Mattie Mondays, where we do music in different ways. I guess friends ain't be dropping gems. Always keep it genuine. Knowledge, power, and some funny. Every week, every Monday. Pure, real, and honest. Tap in, leave a comment. You tune in to Mattie Mondays. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Mattie B, and we are back around another 7 days for another episode of Mattie Mondays, where we do music in different ways. I am back here in position, in place, on screen, and I am excited for the topic of today, for the interaction that I foresee us having, where it is Men's Health Month, a very important conversation that is needed and is at the front of my reality and my personal life. The importance of it is screaming very loudly. So I'm excited to have this conversation here in the Mattie Mondays community. Before we get into it, let's do a check-in. I see you guys already in the comments. And look at me. I'm always playing with my hair when I come on the screen. Let's see who we got in the building. And as I do this, take a moment and think of one or two men in your circle, in your life, your friend, your family, that might be interested in the conversation tonight, because tonight I want to hear directly from you guys. I'm going to share and start with a few suggestions or just what this month represents. But what really needs to be spoken about is what you guys need from your mouths to our ears. So if there is a man in your life that you think would be great, a great part of this Mattie Monday community, and just to come pop in for this conversation, take a moment to send this link, this YouTube link, over to them. And I'm going to get into the comments. And again, thank everybody for stopping by. All right, we got Chevy in the building. Chevy says, greetings, Mattie Mondays members, the good vibes only community. Absolutely. And shout out to everybody for grabbing their good vibes only baseball distress caps. And you see me all over social media rocking them. I am enjoying them myself. Musician Taylor says, greetings, Mattie Mondays member. Community matters. Absolutely. That is a fact. I stamped that. Mama Mattie said, hi, family. We got Grinding Entertainment in the building saying, hello, everyone. Twin Dem in the building saying, hey, I pray everyone is having a wonderful day. Yes, same here. I can say that today has been a good day for me. A great flow day. Taylor Talks Podcast is in the building. If you have not, take a moment, go follow Taylor's Talks Podcast across social medias. I'll make sure I get that up before the night is over, before our session is over, and catch up on all of the really dope interviews that Chevy and Twin have put together. It's a great space podcast, and it's fun and entertaining. It's super dope to be in the place in real time, and even cool to go back and watch some moments that I was able to be there and present for. So make sure you take a moment to do that as well. We got Crystal in the building, C Styles saying hello, family. We got Imani in the building saying hey. Again, tonight we're talking about Men's Health Month. But before we get into that, I just want to say thank you so much to Musician Taylor's, C Styles Mobile Bar, Chevy, Twin, Crystal, Mama Mattie. Mattie Mondays is powered by Musician Taylor's and C Styles Mobile Bar. Shout out to Crash Creative Ashley Samuels for creating this space aesthetically, for bringing us here. Shout out to you, Ash. She is the GOAT. Once again, if you do not take a moment to follow Taylor's Talk Podcast on all social media, let me get this up here to make it easy for you. You can find them on IG, Facebook, and YouTube. So take a moment, if you have not already, to go follow them. Stay up to date on the conversations and the new episodes that are posted. All right, so you got it. All right, I'm coming back. Also, we are in the midst of Gemini season. We got some special birthdays coming up, mine included. So let's take a moment to do some birthday shout outs. If you have anybody in mind, drop them in the comments. Definitely shout out to one of my great sister friends, Chapin. Her birthday is on the way, coming up this week. My birthday, of course. My cousin Nadia, my cousin Gloria, my auntie Pam. Um, Help me out. A lot of Geminis coming up. I did not write it down, so forgive me. But if you have any Gemini shout outs, drop them in the comments, and I'll make sure I get back over there to the comment section to post them up. All right, and I'll give you guys a moment to catch up. Okay, here we go. Here we go. T, yes, thank you. Shout out to T. Happy birthday to you, Gemini season. There's so many. There's so many. I definitely should have wrote this down today. But yes, we're in full effect. I'm excited. I'm coming off of a great 2 weeks span. So we're gonna definitely jump into some quick recaps. Yes, happy birthday to our cousins Noah, and happy birthday to David. Chevy definitely. Yes, Chevy is. He's gonna bring in Cancer season. Chevy is gonna be celebrating his birthday on June the 22nd. So definitely gonna hear that repeated and brought up here on Mattie Mondays. All right. All right. So tonight, again, we're talking about men's mental health. Of course, I got my slides on deck ready. Just a handful to talk through. Just some things to consider in our day to day, and for our men specifically in their day to day. Some things that could be overlooked and may sound obvious, but putting them in action is super important, especially as we continue to become seasoned and get older, and start to see the effects of our decisions. And we all understand the weight that have an understanding of the weight that our men carry around in this world. So we want to get into this conversation. And again, I'm excited to hear from our gentlemen in the Mattie Mondays community. Happy birthday, Zion, my other younger cousin. Yes, happy birthday, family. We got a grip of Geminis in this gang. All right, so let's jump right into it. And I want to hear from you. All right, so June is Men's Health Month. And there were a grip that I found, but I didn't want to belabor. I'm excited again to hear from our gentlemen, but I found some actions to consider, some recommendations, some things that could be prioritized in the day to day for the men in our community and our family and our friend group. So let's pop a few of these on here to get the conversation started. And I want to hear again your feedback, your thoughts, and if this is something that is at the forefront of what your world looks like currently, and some things that you would consider adding to it. So let's start with sleep. This is one I can relate to, but a huge recommendation: aiming for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night, and an established and regular sleep routine. This is something I personally struggle with, but again, I know a lot of our men carry a lot of the family burden, the world burden on their shoulders. So that is a big one, a major one that I can attest to. And I know it's very, very important on the physical. And these are specifically speaking to physical aspects. And we're going to keep running them back. There's several different sections that I found. So we're definitely going to speak about it again next week and the week after, just to keep this at the forefront. Again, in this moment in time, there are some very special men that are close to my heart and my family that are working to get back into better health, that are dealing with some health challenges. So this is super, super real, super, super important, very, very tangible. And it's definitely something that I wanted to make room for to discuss today here at Mattie Mondays. The next one is nutrition. Emphasizing a focus on a balanced diet with whole foods, fruits, vegetables, and lean protein. This one I know is, at least in my experience, seems to be the biggest fight that I have had with just people, men and women across the board, when trying to adjust for better health, um, and for, a better look on things. um I know that, like, food addiction is real. So I recognize that's what I'm fighting against, even for myself. Even if there's like healthy, quote unquote, things like walnuts. I eat walnuts all the time. If you know me, you know. And that's something that I would struggle to take out of my daily routine, just because it's just what I am addicted to, accustomed to. So taking away certain things from people, or even suggesting that they shift, I know is a big ask. Um, but I also know and see it, how it can be a huge Achilles heel and hindrance to having like good health in a lot of my relationships and family and friends that I see that are fighting to get better and to shift their habits. So nutrition is a major, major, major one. Next up is stress management. Um, I know personally, and I like to put the mirror on me first, especially if it's something to take accountability for. But I know stress management is something that in certain areas I have had to be super intentional and mindful about. Even if, and I guess the most dangerously, I was able to hide it well. It did not mean that it was not there. So stress management is huge. And I know for a lot of our men who are trained not to speak up about their feelings and their burdens, this can be very, very dangerous. So number three, stress management. The suggestion is to practice, of course, stress management techniques like meditation, deep breathing, or yoga. Um, I know a big part of our culture, or that's becoming a big and vocal part of our culture, is therapy. So I would group that in a way that stress can be managed. Just having an opportunity and an outlet to share what you're dealing with. So stress management, seriously, for sure. And then exercise, making it a regular thing, regular physical activity, can significantly reduce the risk of depression and improve overall mental well-being. And again, these are things, and I understand there are things that we know and that we are aware of, but a lot of the foundational, I'll come back to the screen, a lot of the foundational and what we could say basic things that we know, a lot of times we don't put into action, we don't do. So it's important to continue to have these conversations, to continue to hold ourselves accountable and our loved ones accountable, to make sure that we are putting these things into action. Again, we have, even on the celebrity level and just family members around us, and friends, I know that I've seen, I've witnessed, I've been connected to, I've experienced loss of friends and loved ones dealing with physical health and declining health. So this is a very, very important topic, again, that I could not pass up the opportunity to talk about. All right, so that is my spiel. That is my portion. If you are just now joining us tonight, we are just speaking on and touching on and starting the conversation for this month that is Men's Health Month. I want to hear from our men. I have just a few questions. I want to keep it simple and plain, and straightforward, but I really would love to hear from you, and I'll keep it open in general. But first and foremost, what is something that the women and other men in your life could do to make it easier for you to share when things are burdening you? Um, that was a big one. I know for me it's tough. So I can only imagine for what it's like for men, because there are spaces that are created within my friend group, within my family, for us girls to get together, to talk, to laugh, to cry, and it's perfectly normal. Um, so I asked to our men, what is something that the women in your life, the other men in your life could do to make it easier for you to share and talk about things that are burdening you? All right, let me pop back over here in the comments. And I know this might take a moment for you to think of and to put an answer together. But it's something I really, really would like to know, and to start to hold ourselves accountable. And maybe most of the people in your world do show up this way, but for those who maybe aren't as comfortable using their voice, I know that the men in our community speak very boldly and clearly and maturely about their feelings and the ways of the world. So I won't call you out. I won't call your names. I don't know if you're on the move, so I'll give you a few more moments, but just to be thinking about it, and we can cut into a vibration as you do so. But again, I would like to know from the men in our community, what are some ways that the women and other men in your community can show up for you, that will make it easier to express the things and talk about the things that are burdening you. All right. So while we do that, I am going to jump into a vibration as you take a moment to think about it. And ladies, since we're here too, what are some ways that you show up for the men in your life? And drop it in the comments as well. That you have noticed that makes room for them to like share the things that they're dealing with, and that's burdening them. And I'll come back with my answer as well on the other side of this vibration. All right, here we go. This has just been in my head, so let's run it. A little love song called Kiss Kiss with me and the ladies. One of the records done at the writing session put on by Troy Guns and DJ Five Venoms. This record is called Kiss. We'll be back right after this.
Kids, I'm the one you call, I'm the one you miss. They be on your line, but don't hit like this. I'm just touching down, sending you a lift. Yeah, dummy, kids, I'm the one you call, I'm the one you miss. They be on your line, but don't hit like this. I'm just touching down, sending you a lift. Yeah, dummy, water. Chris, I'ma keep it real when you wanna fish. Oh, you eat it good, want a double dip. Casamigo drive the boat, we can wreck the ship. Let go, lift, pulled up, skirt, hopped out, happy it was you. Backseat, dinner lights, ooh yeah, let's bust a move. Making love under the stars off in the roof. Go ahead, drop the top like one smoke out the coupe. Diamond, kiss, he know I'm that one, so he let my wrist. He gon' spin this bitch. He know I'm the one. He won't play by this. He don't play by this. Diamond kids, I'm the one you call. I'm the one you miss. They be on your line, but don't hit like this. I'm just touching down, sending you a lift. Yeah, diamond kids, I'm the one you call. I'm the one you miss. They be on your line, but don't hit like this. I'm just touching down, sending you a lift. Sorry for the wait, babe. I been in and out of state, shit. I been on the paper chase. Can't wait to kiss all on your face. Love how you kiss me in that place. Hands gripping on my waist. Images I can't erase. Them candy kisses, all it tastes. Hold up, diamond drip, leave a puddle. Hood bitch, I don't cut her. Getting bread from his brother, probably getting head from the other. Like, hold up, neck so cold, heart froze up. Shona Red, baby, he chose up. Kick back, keep bring my toes up. Yeah, diamond kids, I'm the one you call, I'm the one you miss. They be on your line, but don't hit like this. I'm just touching down, sending you a lift. Yeah, diamond kids, I'm the one you call, I'm the one you miss. They be on your line, but don't hit like this. I'm just touching down, sending you a lift.
All right, that record was Kiss Kiss with E Chapo, Shana Red, and Bree. BIC. Super, super vibe. Thank you. So I think that gave you gentlemen a little bit of a moment. Thank you, Imani, for the hearts and the five flames. Yeah, that record is definitely a vibe. I enjoyed locking in, being at the camp, being able to create with the ladies, and I had the opportunity to write co-write a little bit on that record. So shout out to them. So let's get here in the comments. Yes, yes. Thank you, Twin, Chef, Bree, E Chapo, Shana Red, myself, Five Venoms, and Mancino on the production. Do. All right. So let me get back up here in the comments. All right. So Chevy shares, I have a good circle of trust and accountability partners. Blessed to have great people to lean on and vent to. That makes it easy. Awesome. So what's important for you is to have a circle that you can trust with your thoughts, your feelings, and that you can lean on for sure and vent to. Like that part is definitely necessary. All right. All right. Just ride the shoe in the building. All right. So up next, Rod shares, just be there and listen. When a man finally opens up, he needs someone to listen and understand where he's coming from. It's always hard for us to open up because we feel no one is listening. Heard that. So be really true and clear and intentional about listening. Yes, I can see that. I can see getting shut down when you're finally stepping up and being brave enough, because it does take a lot of bravery for men to open up, from my perspective. So that's a great point. Thank you for sharing that, Rod. I'll drop mine down in the comments. I'm gonna get the fellas, and then I'll go back to my addition. Twin shares, it's a struggle for me. I have operated and figuring it out on my own for such a long time. Her, so I don't know how to ask for people to show up for me. That is fair, and I could definitely see that in some ways. But I understand it. 100%. And I can see it as a muscle that you have to, take the opportunities to work out and to flex to get more and more comfortable with it. But as Gerard shared, I do understand that you have to be careful and do your best to make sure that the spaces that you do try to lean into and lean on are safe. Thank you for sharing that, Tonya. London Elixir is in the building. A little late, but it's all good. You are here, my friend. If you are just now joining us tonight, we are starting a discussion in this month of June, Gemini season. But most importantly, it is Men's Health Month. And we're just talking about ways that women and other men in men's communities can show up, and how that looks for the men in our community, which Chevy, thank you, Chevy Twin and Gerard, for sharing, which they are responding to, how that looks, how they would need it to look, and just giving us suggestions on how we can show up and show up better, and make them feel safe. So I dropped mine in the comments as the song was playing. But I stated, for me, I do my best to create a space that is safe, where the men in my world know that what they share is private and secure, and it won't leave, our space. And I do try my best to listen without judging, and to listen with the intent to be ready to offer, just kind of run on, offer feedback or suggestions if I'm asked. And that was something I had to do a better job, just overall, like saying like, hey, do you want my suggestions? You just need my ear. And sometimes I'll try to catch a person when I know that they're ready to lay down their load. I try to catch it at the beginning, so I'll know what I'm listening for. If it's just listening to listen, or listening to have a suggestion, or listening to give feedback and a alternative perspective. But again, as I stated earlier, I know a lot of times for men and women, but we're talking about men here today.
Keep your sandy beaches and your palm trees. Fire pit lit with my homies. Spending 4 nights in the cool breeze. And we sipping Jack Daniels with some sweet tea on this old country road. On this old country road. On this old country road. On this old country road.
Had some of the worst times and best nights of my life on this old road with no lights. My whole life don't take much for us to have a good time. To have much, but we alright, we got by. Ooh, better be clear, you hit a deal. Rolling around, head in your phone, hand in your beer. Look where we from, who would've known we would be here. Pour some shine, relax your mind, you good here, baby.
Keep your sandy beaches and your palm trees. Fire pit lit with my homies. Spending 4 nights in the cool breeze. And we sipping Jack Daniels with some sweet tea on this old country road. On this old country road. On this old country road. On this old country road.
I'm rolling backwoods in the backwoods, chilling with the homies. I'm on this old country road, tryna duck the popo, got it on me. Take me back to those good old days. Memories never fade away. Ain't nothing but a good time, drinking moonshine till the morning.
Keep your sandy beaches and your palm trees. Fire pit lit with my homies. Spending 4 nights in the cool breeze. And we sipping Jack Daniels with some sweet tea on this old country road. On this old country road. On this old country road. On this old country road.
Damn, so did this.
Shout out to the homie for the phone call in the middle of Mattie Mondays. What's funny is we don't even have that happen often. But once in a few months, it's all good. But yes, I am back. But again, if you're just now joining us, we're just jumping into a conversation about men's health here in this month of June, which is Men's Health Month. And what I was going into sharing was, I know a lot of times when we don't address things like nutrition, exercise, physical health, but most importantly, emotional health, like men being able to share the load of burden, even when they're taking over and holding up to, like, leading the household, or however we want to formulate that. I know that for them and for us, but specifically talking about men in this moment, those things begin to manifest later on in life as physical ailments, the emotional things that our men aren't given a lot of space to lay down. And again, I am seeing that in real time in my family, as I have seen that with the loss of friends this past year. And it's very, very real when our men don't have secure and safe outlets to get things off. It shortens the lifespan. All of the things that we hear about, we are seeing in real time. So it's important to address these things, to ask frequently what our men need in our world, and to do our best to be that in the best ways that we can and in the realistic ways that we can. I know no one person can be everything to anyone, but the things that I am strong in, I can show up in that way for the men in my world, for my friends, my brother, my uncles, my papa, whatever that looks like, and whoever that is for. So that's something that I have done my best to be intentional about, but I'm a good listener, and I keep secrets very well. But thank you, gentlemen, for sharing those things. And again, shout out to my homegirl who ended up the live. Can you confirm again, once again, that you guys can hear me and can see me again before we move on into the next section? And then, ladies, thank you, gentlemen, for opening up and sharing your needs and your thoughts and what it looks like for you in real time. Ladies, if you would drop in here what it looks like. Thank you, gentlemen. For you, what do you find that it's looked like when men in your life have actually become vulnerable and shown up in their strength and opening up to you? And how have you managed that space? What's up? Is that JT in the building? JB, is that my brother? What's up, JT, if that's you? But again, this month is about you. This is just the beginning of this conversation. The remaining Mondays in this month, in this here Gemini season, I'm going to come back with a few other suggestions, and I'm going to pop these up here really, really quickly for everyone who is just now joining us for this conversation. But these are a few suggestions on the physical and mental well-being side that is suggested in action to consider, to prioritize. First up is nutrition. It is a consideration and something that's suggested to focus on a balanced diet with whole foods, fruits, vegetables, and lean protein. I know when we are quote unquote younger, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but as I get older, where I am just a week out from the big 3-9, I can see it around me. Obviously in my personal body and world, but I can see the manifestations of neglecting this part of our lives and people that I love. So this is extremely important. And it's still a daily walk for me as well. So nobody has figured it out 100%, but you definitely have to be mindful, and we have to listen to what works for our bodies in the best ways. Sleep is another one. Aim for 7 to 9 hours, my goodness, of quality sleep per night, and establish a regular sleep routine. Again, I struggle with this, and I know I will pay the cost, and probably am in other ways, but sleep, I know I can quickly tell the difference, especially when I travel home to North Carolina, where they are lights out much earlier than I am usually. I tend to follow the culture that has been created in my family home, and I go to sleep early, and I feel so much better. So that I cannot deny is super important. Stress management, suggested to practice stress management techniques like meditation, deep breathing, or yoga. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, friends, sleep. I ain't really had a choice the last couple nights. I have been coming home and passing out. But yes, super, super important. But again, stress management, whether that's meditation, deep breathing, yoga, therapy, walks, getting some more sun, having those conversations in those safe spaces that are just your friend groups or ones that are intentionally curated for men, speaking to men or speaking to their community, leaning into those to manage stress and exercise, just standing up on our feet and taking some steps, but being intentional about it. So regular physical activity can significantly reduce the risk of depression and improve overall mental health. And getting some of that sun, not yoga stresses you out. No, yoga is a workout for daggone sure. Absolutely. Yes. And salute to OG. And thank you for that segue, because there are a few things about this super dope past week that I am going to be mentioning. So this is a perfect segue. Musician Taylor shares that says salute to OG for the meditation session. So what Musician Taylor's is referencing is a moment that Ogechi used to open up her mixtape listening session that was on yesterday. Super dope. She went in. The records are banging. The production, shout out to the producers, London Elixir being amongst them. Her engineer, her shooters, her graphic designers, vocal coaches. They put together a really, really dope project that is a mixtape. So shout out to you, Ogechi, for leaning in, stepping forward, dropping some more music, sharing, who you are yourself through art form, with us, with the room, and then soon to be the world. So shout out to OG. Yes, and Sisal seconds that. Ogechi, Chris, hot yoga is fun. Linda said, Crystal, so we doing hot yoga after karaoke then. Well, I'm gonna let y'all have it. And I will take your word. But yes, shout out to OG. Her project is the Divine Hip Hopper that will be coming soon, the mixtape. Yes, OG killed that mixtape. Super, super fire. I definitely had some favorites walking away in real time on that mixtape project. So shout out to her. Also, we came back, C Styles Mobile Bar, with another Pouches in the Park this past Saturday. It was a lot of fun, a vibe. Thank you, Twin. We already know you are showing up before time to help us set up. So we super, super appreciate that. Super appreciate it. We got out there, we were vibing, having a good time. And then the rain came, so that makes for another story of a rain out thunderstorm that was not playing with us. But shout out to everybody who popped out, pulled up, just came out and vibed, drank, had some good food, played some fun interactive games. It's always just easy fun, and just a great way to just spark up different conversations. Deep conversations, spicy conversations inside of your community, and just open up, give perspectives, give realities from men's perspectives, women's perspectives. Yeah, man, it's a lot of fun. So definitely, thank you for creating that space, that vibe, and everybody who lent a hand and helping out, helping to shut down, and adding to just the vibe and the thought share and the love share that comes through in that space. Yes, thank you, Twin. Yes, always. And London Elixir says, yes, Pouches in the Park is always fun. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for popping out and showing up. Yes, this week has been excellent, guys. I'm super blessed. But there are also some real things happening. So definitely continue to just keep everybody in your prayers. My family, myself, and I will do the same for you, our Mattie Mondays community. There's always real things going on, some things that some of us aren't strong enough to share and talk about, and just some things that are a bit more private that we are having, conversations on the side with certain people. But just staying in prayer, sending good vibrations just across to our community, our inner circles and beyond, is important. And I ask that you continue to keep that at the front of your minds. Definitely take this week holding space for grace for yourself and for others around you. I know where I need it the most is in that car when I get to raging, okay? But no, seriously, just holding space for yourself. If your pace is a little bit slower this week, if life doesn't quite look the same, is a little more challenging this week, whatever it looks like, just be willing and open to holding a little more space for grace. The Wizard of Oz took them all out. Uh-oh. Not the Wizard of Oz. We got you, Shiv. I definitely didn't forget that portion. But we got your pouch coming. And shout out to Shiv. We know you can't be there in person, but we know you always there in spirit when you can't be there in person. But yes, the Wizard of Oz definitely swept down on us. But it was a great time. Be looking forward, Atlanta area, to the next. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna take the risk and without approval, but maybe Pouches by the Pool, but another C Styles mobile bar event coming to us very, very soon in the coming months. So just be on the lookout for those dates. I'll definitely drop them here as soon as they are locked in, and just come pull up on us, try some great drinks. Always going to be some food that is offered by Crystal Cool Chris herself, a culinary chef and creator and artist, and out there I say mixologist. I don't know what you would like to label yourself, but she's fire with the drinks. So definitely just come pull up, get to experience those things, spark some ideas of where you would like to have her show up in your celebrations, your spaces, and plug in and offer her art through food and drink in and around that space. But it is a space curated to give everybody the opportunity to experience her creative arts through drinks and food, and to come vibe and just have fun within that community. So yes, it's up. I'm excited for the next one. This last one was a lot of fun. In the MattieBMusic world, the baseball caps, we have a few remaining. Good vibes only. We have some more merch coming. I'm going to drop that soon. Shout out to Chevy Heavy for the merch lead and push. And we got some music coming to you, currently getting mixed up, that I am excited about dropping and releasing. Just playing in and around some different vibrations, but that are all me. So I'm excited and a little anxious to see how you guys react to it, and we will get to it. All right, so my phone is stuttering, so I'm gonna take that as a sign to release you guys into the evening, into this Monday. I hope you have an amazing week. I hope today has been a great start to your week. Again, we are just now starting the conversation, and as we walk through the week and just the rest of our lives, the rest of this year, let's do our best to, as men and as women, to be mindful and just be in tuned and try to get better in tune with what the men in our lives need from us, and how they need us to show up. Because I can definitely attest to being a very lucky girl where the men in my life show up in beautiful ways, different ways, and I'm very, very grateful. So let's keep that at the front of our minds as we move through the week. I love you guys, and we're gonna slide out with some vibrations. If you have any community announcements, please drop them down in the comments. If I have missed anything, help your girl and put it down there as the record plays, and I will get that up on the screen as a reminder. Also drop just some thoughts, some love, and all of the above as the record plays. So let's get over here and let's keep it right here with the heart wide open in our favor. Let's go. I love y'all. Have a great week. Let's get it.
I'm sending this to remind you that you are not alone. Hoping that these words, they find you at the very perfect moment. I can't take the pain away, but I can wrap my love around you. I can't stop the rainy days, but I can stand here right beside you. I'm here right beside you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sending this to remind you, life is working in our favor. Pain, hurt, and tears sometimes blind you, but stay up, stay strong. You are not alone. This message is here to remind you, life is working in our favor. I'm sending this to console you, to give your tears a home. Don't let the anger control you. You will make it through. Those sunny days will come. You will endure the storm. You have much more to do. Can't let the darkness hide you. And I pray the light will guide you. Yeah. I'm sending this to remind you, life is working in our favor. Pain, hurt, and tears sometimes blind you, but stay up, stay strong. You are not alone. This message is here to remind you, life is working in our favor. You're never alone, you're never alone. You're never alone, you're never alone. Love is for eternity, even when we've gone away.